여러분 안녕하십니까? 미주중앙일보 최인석입니다. 룩킹포맘은 70년대 그리고 80년대 90년대에 미국으로 입양 온 입양아들을 소개하고 한국의 친부모를 찾도록 돕는 그런 프로젝트입니다. 어린 나이에 가족을 이뤘고 다른 나라 다른 문화에서 삶을 시작한 한국인 입양아는 무려 20만 명에 달한다고 하는데요. 룩킹포맘은 한인 입양인들의 엄마 찾기, 부모 찾기는 계속 보호받아야 될 그런 권리라고 믿고 카메라를 켜도록 하겠습니다. 84년 포항에서 한 아이가 태어났습니다. 당시 18살이었던 엄마 하정미씨는 막 태어난 딸아이 하연미를 입양 보내기로 결정합니다. 아이는 어른이 됐고요. 두 아이의 엄마가 됐습니다. 2004년 20살이 되던 해 하연미씨는 어머니 하정미씨를 찾기 위해 본격적인 부모 찾기에 나섭니다. 화상으로 초대합니다. 하연미씨. 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 네. 가까이 있는 것 같지만 아주 멀리 있어요. 화상으로 초대를 했는데. 오늘 어떻습니까? 잘 지내고 계십니까? How are you?
I am good.
So tell us who you are. Please introduce yourself.
I'm me, and I currently live in the United States. In the southeast part of the United States.
Okay. According to the paperwork, you were born in Pohang, 경상북도, right? And that was October 1984, if I'm not mistaken. What happened, as far as you know, what happened before you were adopted? I know you were adopted right after you were born. Tell us.
So there's not much history of when I was born, from the time I was born until the time I was in Seoul with my foster mother. All I know is that I was given up for adoption after my mother gave birth to me.
I see. Here's the picture I have. This was 1985. I think you were staying in the foster care or foster home.
Yes,
Do you remember this picture?
I remember seeing it, but I don't remember when it was taken.
I see. How far? I mean, how long you stayed there, the foster home?
I'm not exactly sure when I was brought to the foster home, but I was there until I was adopted at like 7.5, 8 months old.
I see. And this is the picture right after you were adopted to this family here in the United States, right?
Yes.
I see. Now, interestingly enough, you have your birth mom's name and birthplace, birth clinic, and pretty much you know what town that you were born from.
Yes.
These are many leads we're talking about. Now, you started ever since 2004. How much or what of the information did you have so far handy, and how did it help?
But I have a lot of information about my family's background, but it hasn't really led anywhere to actually finding her.
And also, I understand you went back 2013, your ever first trip to Korea and also Pohang. Tell us about your trip. You were very not happy about the trip, and it wasn't successful at all. What happened? Tell us.
So I had a lot of conflict with the other adoptees, and the organization that I was working with wasn't very helpful. When I did visit Pohang, I was there for maybe not even a half a day. And the only places we went in Pohang was City Hall and the police station, which those places didn't give me any information.
What about the agencies? We've been talking about the GOAL, that's a nonprofit, and NCLC, I believe, and also a police station. According to all those information and news articles, they've been trying their best to help these American adoptees. Did they help you enough for you to, move on?
No, I didn't get any further on my search for my mom when I was in Korea, unfortunately.
Now, I understand that you sent a letter to your mom. Her name is Ha정mi, right?
Yes.
And I believe the registered mail was received by her first time, and the second time it wasn't like that. Tell us, what did you send, and who actually received that, and how, and what was the response from your birth mom?
So I contacted the Korean adoptee government agency in Korea to reach out to my mom to send the certified letter to her. They sent one. It was signed by my mother, and it stated that she was like in an apartment building. The second letter was signed by someone who worked in the apartment building, but it wasn't actually her that signed for it.
I see. So that was, when was it? 2014 or 15?
I think it was around maybe 2014, 15, something like that.
I see. So we don't know, or you don't know her actual physical address, but the institution or the agencies know where she is. Am I right?
They have a way to contact her. Like they have her government identification number.
But they wouldn't be willing to disclose that information to you.
No.
Did you ever complain about that, or should there be, or should you have a certain right to know that information?
Like when I was at the adoption agency, I tried to get as much information as I could, but I wasn't able to obtain that.
Let's go over the pictures. These are the pictures that you look like a 1 or 2, right?
Yes.
Here in the States, right?
Yes.
And there's this cute little girl is playing with the volleyball, I guess, right? Another picture with a nice dress. I think you were attending the school event or something?
No, I was a flower girl in a wedding.
Oh, okay. And there's another picture. I think it's right by the swimming pool.
Yeah, I was at the beach.
Looks like a Western.
It was in South Carolina.
Is it? Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Before we move on, a group of high school students organized this Looking for Mom supporter group. Obviously, this nice young gentleman made a message for you. Would you like to watch this?
Yes.
Okay, here's a Christian song. There you go.
Hey, Hayomi, my name is Christian Song, and I am volunteer here at the LFM team, and I just wanted to first off say thank you so much for your willingness to be able to share such a vulnerable story with us. I know that talking about your 15-year-long journey of trying to find your mother, along with the adversities that you faced in the course of that journey, definitely was not something that was easy to talk about. But the fact that you still had the courage to be able to share such a vulnerable story with us, speaks measures in terms of just your character and your willingness to be able to just help other people who were also in the adoption system just realize that there are people who have similar stories as well. And I just wanted to say thank you so much again for sharing your story. And I know for a fact that it has impacted and influenced me to become a better person, and I know for a fact that it's going to positively impact the viewers as well. And so thank you so much again for your willingness to share that story. And I hope that whenever you are able to meet your mother, whether it is in today's interview or if it's in just a future moment in your life, I hope that you know that I, as well as the viewers, are constantly cheering you on. Your story has inspired so many different individuals, including myself and the LFM team, and we just want the absolute best for you, and we wish you the absolute best.
Thank you, Christian. That's a Christian song from Cypress, California. How do you like that?
Very, very nice. Good message.
Now, back to our conversation. I know you went through a DNA test. Was that a 23andMe or Ancestry.com? And tell us, what have you gotten so far out of this DNA test?
So with the 23andMe test, basically all I got was like my ethnicity breakdown And then, like a few months after I did the test, I received a message from a guy who is presumably my second cousin.
Really?
Because, yes, we share like 5% DNA, a little over.
You told me that you actually met him. What was the conversation about?
The conversation was like just trying to get to know him.
Is he actually from Pohang too?
I don't know. He didn't have very much background information because he was adopted also, and I don't think he was that far into his search.
I see. Now, the basic question is, we saw your paperwork, you know your mom's name, you know possibly, you know potential address, the physical address of her. I mean, the question is, what's the key here? What is the thing that we didn't actually come over yet to find your mom? What should be the key things here? Tell us.
The thing that I think is missing is for someone to actually come forward and say they know where she is, or my mother coming forward.
So the registered mail that your mom received, right? Let's be reasonable here. So she received that message and she didn't come forward.
Yes.
Does that mean she doesn't have any willingness to come forward? What do you think? What else can we do for her to come out?
I don't think that it shows an unwillingness for her not to come out per se, because from what I understand, the certified letter just says to contact the adoption agency that they want to update her on some information or something like that. I think that she needs to see me like in this interview saying that I want to see her and how much she means to me.
I know that you imagined this many times, like other Korean adoptees, but say your birth mom will hopefully, probably, will get to watch this video. Now, if you want to say something to her, what would you like to tell her?
I would like to tell her that I love her very much and that I've always loved her and I've never stopped thinking of her for as long as I can remember, and that I hope she's happy and well in life.
Now, what is your next plan? What's your next step to do more search work? Tell us.
It's been on my mind to go back to Korea after the restrictions from COVID ease up.
Okay.
To try to see if I can find some other information, because right now I feel like I'm like at a dead end.
I see. I guess it's more like not officially sending letters or registered mails, but there's a way that probably you could get a hold of some kind of relatives out there in the Pohang, and hopefully they can talk to her so she can come forward and finally meet you, right?
Yes, she does have brothers.
Okay.
And also, I would like to mention that my older daughter, her middle name is my mother's name.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What is her name? So should it be Jeongmi?
Yes, that's my older daughter's middle name.
I see. Wow. Okay. So it's still in the family. All right. Thank you for your time, Yeonmi. We'll keep in touch and we'll keep our fingers crossed for you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
여러분이 좀 도와주십시오. 이번 영상, 오늘 보신 영상을 혼자 보시지 마시고요. 주변 분들에게 좀, 그리고 여러분들이 속해 있는 뭐 여러 가지 모임들 있는데요. 뭐 등산 모임, 뭐 운동 모임, 조기 축구회 좋습니다. 어떤 커뮤니티든지 여러분들 커뮤니티가 속해 있는 커뮤니티에 좀 퍼뜨려 주시면 좋겠습니다. 혹시 포항 출신인 어머니 성명이 성함이 하정미씨입니다. 포항 출신 어머니 하정미씨에 대해서 알고 계시면 아래 연락처로 좀 저희들에게 알려주시고요. 저희들이 추정하건대 올해 56세 정도로 추정되고 있습니다. 이 하정미씨는 기록에 따르면 사남 일녀 중에 두 번째 자녀, 둘째인 것으로 알려져 있습니다. 그리고 기록에 따르면 중학교를 졸업한 이후에 학력은 없는 것으로 아직까지는 추정이 되고요. 딸 하연미 씨가 미국에서 이렇게 애타게 엄마 하정미 씨를 찾고 있습니다. 물론 하정미 씨 입장에서는 이제 40년 가까이 잊혀진 과거와 다시 만나는 일이 그렇게 쉽지는 않을 수 있습니다. 부담스러울 수 있는 일이죠. 하지만 모든 만남이, 특히 우리 입양인들과의 만남이, 입양 보낸 우리 딸과 아들과의 만남이 공개적일 필요는 없다는 생각 해봅니다. 딸 하연미 씨는 어머니를 만나면 손을 꼭 잡고요. 고맙고 감사하다는 말을 반드시 하고 싶다고 하네요. 꼭 이 말을 우리 하정미, 어머니 하정미 씨가 직접 들어주실 수 있다면 좋겠습니다. 자, 항상 입양인들의 이야기를 소개하면서 드는 생각인데요. 자식이 부모를 만나는데 뭐 다른 이유가 필요할까요? 또 다른 조건이나 다른 상황이 필요할까요? 만나면 되는 거 아닌가 싶습니다. 자, 여러분들 같은 생각이 있으면 이 영상을 더 많은 분들이 볼 수 있도록 좀 퍼뜨려 주시면 좋겠습니다. 룩킹포맘 영상은 광고 수익을 만들지 않습니다. 입양인들이 부모를 만나게 되는 것이 저희들의 수익입니다. 룩킹포맘은 경동나비의 미국 법인이 후원해 주셨습니다. 감사합니다. 최인성이었습니다. 다음 인터뷰에서 다시 만나겠습니다. 여러분 고맙습니다.
여보, 아버님 댁에 보일러 놔드려야 되겠어요 라는 카피로 굉장히 유명한 회사입니다. 본사 쪽에서는 보일러 위주로 사업을 하고 있고요. 그 다음에 미국에서는 2006년도에 진입을 해서 현재 15년 동안 여기서 사업을 하고 있습니다. 현재 판매되고 있는 제품은 콘덴싱 온수기 그리고 콘덴싱 보일러 위주로 사업을 진행을 하고 있습니다. 소비자가 원하는 시간에 바로 온수를 공급할 수 있는 친환경 제품입니다. 저희 경영 이념 자체가 기업을 통한 사회 공헌입니다. 그런 측면에서도 기업도 사회가 갖고 있는 고민, 그 다음에 사회와 같이 이제 상생할 수 있는 그런 측면들을 좀 고민을 해야 된다고 생각합니다. 룩킹포맘 힘내세요. 용기를 가지십시오. 모든 사람들이 다 응원하겠습니다. 기적이 바로 앞에 있을지도 모릅니다. 모든 사람들이 다 같이 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.